Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really.
Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
You mean shenanigans? No! You're talking about shenanigans, right?
And a 1, 2, a 3.
Welcome to
Punkass
and Random Heroes
Cheeky Shenanigans.
I'm Jesse, aka Random Hero, and I apologize, but I am very, very sick. This asshole wanted me to come do the show anyway.
And I'm Punkass, aka Nick, and I'm going to be the most energetic one tonight.
Yeah.
To cover for both of us, because as you know, for my last episode, he came out of the closet, and I said it 20 times.
It's not fair when I'm not here to defend myself.
I just wanted to make it clear that you were cleaning out your closet, and then you came out of it. He said, "I'm sorry, Mom.
I don't even have a closet.
I never meant to hurt you. I never wanted to make you cry, but tonight I'm coming out of the closet." Yeah.
So this is going to be yet another mostly punk-ass episode. I apologize in advance, but...
yeah, we're going to talk about whole heaps of stuff.
Getting me here was about the maximum effort he could give, and so here I am. Yay.
Here you are. Here you are. See?
Yeah.
Now I feel a lot better since you're here, and I don't have to look awkwardly into the camera. I'm like, fuck, I'm by myself. And then now you're here, and now I get to stare at your beautiful face, and it's wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. So,
Just seeing if I could make you uncomfortable there by not saying anything.
what's your New Year's resolution this year, huh?
I've never had. I mean, I've played the game where I've told people resolutions, but the word resolution is so ironclad. It's like if you resolve to do something, like nothing's gonna stop you. And I've never honestly made one of those in my life.
Yeah, like I was saying, if you really wanted to change something, don't you think you should have done it earlier in the year?
Yeah.
You don't usually wait till the year ends and you're like, oh, new year, I'm going to start it. And then it never happens.
No, but people have a funny way of wanting to even things out before making changes. You know, like, let's say you, like when you stop drinking soda, I'll bet that you still had like, okay, one more night of sodas, or I'm going to finish out the week and then start on Monday or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I probably did.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I had one, so I don't remember.
It was the same with cigarettes. You know, there'd always be a reason to be like, oh, well, I'm going to have a stressful week next week, so I'll do it on the Monday after next.
It was the same with drugs, too.
Or drugs, yeah.
You know, I was thinking of just like a drug story to tell back when in, I don't know, like 2008 when OxyContin was the big thing back then.
Uh-huh.
And you had to pay like $80 for a pill, and then everyone was getting it fucking addicted and then like killing and just stealing and pawning shit just to get more.
Wow.
You know, back then.
That was you?
I wasn't a part of it to that extreme, but I was a part of it, you know. And there was always this one dealer we would go to, and his name was Janky Jeff. No, his name's Janky already in the beginning of the name,
Which means
honestly, I just think like a scumbag that I might stab you, but I'm your dealer still, so don't
like
fuck with me.
shiesty or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember we were gonna try to do a transaction somewhere else in a different city, and it was around the time where it was snowing really bad and you couldn't see anything while you're driving. And I drove my vehicle. We had everybody in the car, and they were gonna trade some other pills for like these pills. So I drive down. It took like over an hour because we were only going 30 miles an hour. And then I pull up into this like weird, sketchy like road, and then there's like these two guys out front, and then Janky JF gets out, and then he starts talking to the people, and then like something goes wrong, and he comes back into the car. He's like, "Dude, just get out of here." I'm like, "All right, man. All right, let's get out of here. No drugs, nothing."
Did he take your money?
No, maybe. No.
Like, did you get jacked in all this or what?
No, it was just one of those sketchy times where I thought the other dudes were gonna like shoot us or something. Because my buddy came. He's the one that had like these other pills he wanted to trade for, and these other guys were like, "Oh, fuck that, get the fuck out of here." This is crazy when you get stuck in that lifestyle back then. The shit that you do and just like let people in your car or go into random people's car you don't even know. And yeah, man.
That's how I first ever even tried coke way back in the days. I was hanging out with a buddy and we were out at a party. And at that point, I occasionally smoked some weed. That was about it. We were out at this party and I've never been the world's biggest drinker. But we went out there and we couldn't find any weed. But we had just a little bit, like $20 on us to buy a sack. And so...
A twan.
So we end up in this car, and I'm thinking that we're getting weed. And then instead, there's like a girl from my high school and her boyfriend or something like that are in the front seat. Me and my friend are in the back seat. And she asked me for the $20, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Gave it to her. And then she put these two like giant rails of Coke on the center console. And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, you didn't even get a baggie?
No. And they just kind of demonstrated what you're supposed to do with that. And I was like, oh shit. But I don't think it ever really clicked. Like, that's cocaine, that
You can go to prison for that.
Outside of Dare, I had never even had any experiences with cocaine. And in Dare, it's just hypothetical.
Did you say outside of Dare? Like Dare drugs? Like Dare the pup detective dog?
Yeah.
I
had been totally shielded from hard drugs like that my whole life. Except in Dare when they mention them, but they never say that your friends are going to pull that out at a party.
It's funny because you're in elementary school and they do the Dare program. You're like, yeah, drugs are bad. Years later, hey, drugs are good.
They are good.
Good.
But it was crazy. So I did, in a moment of weakness, end up doing that line, and then my friend did that one. And the next day, I just remember like, oh man, that stuff was cool. Let's get some more of that. And then I got into it for a while, and that was not a good thing.
That's another thing with cocaine, man. You got to do that stuff like every 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you try to chase that first one, and then it never happens, and then you end up overdosing, and then you end up getting touched.
Yeah, but it beats being left by your buddies in the middle of nowhere waiting on pills that you're never going to get.
Yeah, man. That's another thing. Drugs are fun and all, but it's always stupid. You gotta wait, or you might get scammed, or fuck, man. It's nice.
If I end up sneezing or anything on this show, I apologize.
That's all right. I got a bottle of Lysol I'm just gonna spray you with.
Well, and I noticed when you were telling that story, and I was just sitting here breathing, I could hear my nose whistling on the mic.
It's all right, man. It's just like, let's just think of it as like, let's say we do get big, right? And we have to bust out a show like once a week because the ads want their promotion stuff, we're just going to have to do it, It might be shitty, but at least you have an ass right behind you.
Yeah, an ass that I can only see in the reflection, and it's like, it looks like the gun's pointing at my head. Like,
actually,
right
that's
there.
pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. You make the wrong fucking move, bam, you're dead.
And then it kind of looks like Iron Man's aiming at you with his hand.
It's
his repulsor beam or whatever.
It's like the Suicide Squad,
How's that?
Because we have the no-face ass chick with the gun. We have Iron Man over here. He's like the specialty, like, main dude, like Deadshot. Got Spider-Man over here. He's the gay one. And then we got a couple.
Which one was the gay one in Suicide Squad?
The big crocodile dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
I'm just kidding. There's no gay one. It wouldn't surprise me. There's going to be a gay superhero coming out pretty soon. You know what I mean?
Well, there's a few that already exist.
Moon Knight?
I don't know about Moon Knight for sure. I mean, that very well could be. I know that Valkyrie is, or at least bisexual.
I always thought, fuck.
I think they're going to end up making Captain Marvel gay.
No, they can't. Wait a minute. Okay, so originally Captain Marvel was a dude, right?
Yeah, he was a dude named Marvel.
In the comics.
Yeah.
And so in the movie, they made it a chick.
No, he became a woman in the comics too before the movies ever came out. They're doing this version of Captain Marvel.
So what was the version the first time?
The very first one was some kind of guy or alien named Marvell. And then that person passes the powers on to Carol Danvers.
So it's kind of like a Green Lantern deal where you can pass powers off when you die.
Yeah.
Makes sense now. Makes sense.
The Kree and all of those kind of Xanthar people, that's very Green Lantern style if you want to think about it. In those
Are you
terms.
saying Valkyrie from the Avengers is gay? The chick with the flying horse and stuff?
Yeah.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't mind watching that.
Brie Larson, the actress who plays Captain Marvel.
Her and Black Widow, dude? Ooh.
Well, she tweeted out a picture of those two. Like her and Valkyrie.
Oh.
Like Valkyrie and Captain Marvel, that could be an on-screen
That could be an
relationship.
on-screen scissoring situation.
See, but why are you so happy about that? But you would be like upset if there was a gay dude superhero on there.
Because I'm not attracted to two gay dudes. Oh, look at that. You already broke the number one rule.
We don't normally do the show at this time of day. It was my alarm.
Fucking I'm not attracted to two dudes scissoring and squishing their balls together. What I am attracted to is two girls making out. Now, if I was a girl, I was attracted to two guys making out, that'd be all for it.
Now, I kind of want to call bullshit because you told me that you don't even get off watching porn where it's two girls. You need it to be like a cock in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I wanted to do my duties, I don't mind watching it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. If you you never had a threesome, right? Honestly, or did you? You have? Okay.
Yeah.
What was that like? Did you last longer than usual, or what? I've never.
Not more than usual.
Oh, man, I want to get in on this now. Okay. Right.
This is like the worst frame of mind for me to be in for you to talk about threesomes because I don't feel up to giving you a bunch of good details right now. And I just don't feel well.
No, that's totally fine, but I just want to know, how often did you have to switch off? And then in the middle of it, did you have to make a precise decision on who you wanted to finish off with first without making the other person mad?
No, because I already knew. What had happened was one girl had come in, and like it was always my plan that night to get with her because we had been kind of buddies like that for a while. But then her friend just kind of slipped into the room, and it was like, oh shit, there's another person here.
So, like kind of like a porno time. Like the girl just like slips, like, oh,
yeah.
What's this?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing, man?
Yeah.
See, I've never had any experiences like that.
I don't recommend it. I mean, no, because by the end, the girl that I was actually into and interested in, the first girl, she was crying by the end of it. Like, I know she had no desire to share. And afterwards, like, I never did it again. It wasn't awesome. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody that was a good experience.
Well, that's why I don't think threesomes are good when people are in relationships. Unless you're like swingers or something and you're into that stuff. Now, if you're not into it, it's not a good idea. If you're single and just being a little slut hound dog, then, you could probably be all for it. But,
it was just kind of something that happened. And, I would never want to do that again. That was well over 10 years ago.
Do you want to apologize to Jessica?
No.
I don't know what her name is. I'm going to guess Ashley.
No. I did date an Ashley once, though.
Susan?
No.
Hey, have you noticed that, like, all the old names are going extinct?
Like Bertha?
Yeah, like Susan or...
Mildred?
What's a dude's name? Like Donald?
We've got one in the fucking White House right now.
Donald. Yeah, he's almost extinct.
But if you want to think of an old school one like Gerald.
Yeah, there's another one. Everyone's coming up with like Moonlight or
Moonlight
or like Tupac. Tupacs.
I don't think Tupac was his original name.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like all these millennials are trying to come up with like these like names that nobody will ever double up again, like I don't know, Sunshine Wiffle Ball. Or
what are you even talking about? I know that I'm sick, but I've completely lost you.
Rainbow. Do you not know how many times weird parents will name their kids weird shit? That's what I'm saying. Saying parents are coming up with weird names to come up with so no one else like doubles up on them and takes their name. Like how many Nicks are there in the world? A lot.
Too many.
How many Nicks are there? I mean, how many Jessies are there? A lot.
Also too many.
No.
I think there could be one fewer of each of those right now, and no one would mind.
If you fucking name your baby Sunshine Rainbow, no one's not going to take that. That's what I'm saying.
One hopes.
Just like the Israel Ranch, you know, there's Clear, Garlic Fest, Garlic this.
What's funny, though, is like, you know, you grow up, you hear a bunch of common names, and you think those are real names. And then you, like, read books or watch movies or whatever, and you start to discover these names like characters in Harry Potter, you know, Hermione. That's not a name I'd ever heard of in my life. You know, and there's a lot of names in fiction out there, like Game of Thrones with Daenerys and stuff. You know damn well that's becoming a real name, and lots of kids are going to be named that.
Yeah.
It's just weird how real life can imitate fiction sometimes instead of vice versa.
I was watching an Adam Sandler movie, and he had kids, and he named one of his daughters Espen, which is ESPN. Espen. I'm like, dude, that's pretty
Which
cool.
movie was that?
It's a Blended.
I haven't seen that one.
That's a good one. It's with him and Drew Barrymore, and they both, you know, have their own kids and don't separate it, and they like somehow meet and try to blend on this vacation. But they have that Terry Black in it, whatever his name is. The big
Terry Crews?
Yeah, the big black guy that said he
Terry Black?
They
Jesus.
Well, what do you want me to do? It's his first name, and he's African American. Okay.
Maybe remember his last name.
Which is funny because we made a video commercial. I have Facebook paying. Well, we're paying Facebook to post it, you know, so people can like our shit. And then I noticed there's a couple, black guys have been liking our stuff. I'm like, uh-oh. Like,
they're gonna hate
that's why when I did that shit by myself yesterday, I was like, you know, I made fun of, you know, midgets, black people, white people, Mexicans, and Jews, you know. I mixed
and gay people.
I mixed it up, and transsexuals, trannies. You can't even say tranny anymore. And you know, do you believe in political correctness?
I believe that there's no good that can come of using language around certain people that would hurt them. However, I think that it's ridiculous to assume that at all times you have to be constantly vigilant against saying certain words purely because everyone else or some other people might be offended.
Us growing up, we always used the words not in a derogatory way to someone or something, like retarded.
That was absolutely used in a derogatory way.
No, but like saying, like, you're calling your buddy retarded, right? He jumps, he's doing something stupid. He tries to fucking jump over the fence without touching the fence, and he kicks his leg, he falls on his ass. You'd be like, oh, well, that's retarded. I don't know why he did that. Or saying,
but think about what you're saying there. Think about it. What you're saying is that action was retarded, which effectively means that action is something that a retard would do, which is saying that your buddy is acting like someone with a mental deficiency they can't help, and you think it's funny. That's what it means.
What I'm saying is that situation he's trying to do is retarded. I'm not saying a retard's going over there and trying to jump over the fence. I'm saying
he's acting retarded. You are implying that that's your take on it.
But what am I supposed to say? He's mentally challenged?
Don't just say, dude, that was really stupid. You don't have to say retarded
you
at
can't,
all.
Then you can't say stupid because stupid reflects on retards.
No.
Yes, it does. What do you mean it doesn't? Yes, it does. Look, I'm making them cough now. And when
being stupid is being ill-informed, being naive, things like that. Being mentally challenged.
Really, I just
different.
watched Forrest Gump the other day. They called him stupid all the time. And he was mentally challenged.
He wasn't stupid, though. He did smart things, even though he was retarded. He was not stupid.
I may not know what love is.
I'm not a smart man, Jenny.
You know, do you think if they made that movie now, they'd get a bunch of shit for it?
Oh, I don't think they could make that movie now.
And the funny thing is, it's like an awesome movie.
It is.
I know. I love that movie.
And that's what I don't like. What I don't like is that political correctness is pulling things out of the collective ability to discuss them or to make art about them or anything, you know? It's one thing to say, hey, don't call people retarded, especially in front of retarded people, because it might hurt their feelings, you know, and you want to treat everyone with respect. Fine. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be able to, like, make a movie about someone with mental challenges or something. doesn't mean that taking the word retarded away from daily use is even necessarily the right thing. It's just using more compassion when you're actually dealing with people afflicted by that thing, I think is the method there.
Did you just say compassion?
I know that has the word ass in it.
Asinine, dude. That's fucking asinine to you.
Compassionine.
Yeah, I fucking loathe you right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to talk about, or do you want me to keep carrying it on?
You keep carrying it. I'm still sick.
Yeah. I can't wait for when I'm sick, which will probably be never, but
yeah, and then I'll show up here all fucking
hippity dippity.
Yeah.
Woohoo and shit.
Tons of energy, outgoing, bubbly. You are going to be miserable, and I'm going to put you through exactly what you're doing to me right now.
Oh, man.
This fucking guy was challenging my commitment to this show because I was going through some shit over the last few weeks.
But in my defense, when I was going through some shit, I still did it, okay? Okay?
Yeah, but if you ever asked not to, I would have understood.
Yeah, but I didn't want to because I wanted to try to put it out at least once a week because in my mind, I'm thinking, this is how I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're actually getting paid for this. I'm thinking there's actually ads. That's how I'm thinking. And then, I mean, we would miss, like, I'd be like, I can't do it today. But I would try to make sure we didn't miss, like, more than 2 weeks or you know, more than a week. Which is totally fine. I just wanted to make sure because you, like, haven't said anything about it in a while. So I was like, is he still into it? Or does he, you know?
Of course. It's just, you know, dealing with some personal stuff and then being sick like twice in the last month and a half or so. It's done a number on me. That's all that it was. And it's not even that I look at this as we're getting paid for it now, but I look at this even beyond something like the band as something that we could eventually do as a career or as a job, you know? And that's what I want to build towards. But it's just been freaking hard when I've been sick and dealing with, you know, what's been going on.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I was like, fuck, you know, Adam Ray said he'd do it at the end of the month. I don't want to be like, oh, we don't have anything for like a month and be like, hey, Adam, you want to do this? It's like, I don't know. I wanted to like have some shit to lean up towards it. So like if he's checking us out as a reference, he doesn't have to go back like all the way to like December or something. Yeah. I don't know. That's my whole thinking was. And I hope it happens. I'm kind of worried about like the location because he when I was talking to him, he was like, Seattle, right? I was like, yeah. I didn't want to be like, oh, fucking up in Marysville. And then I was like, well, you know, our shit's like, you know, we can drive anywhere, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, probably should have told him that we don't live in Seattle because that's probably where he assumed he was going to do the show.
Well, and then I can do this. Be like, oh, shit, dude, it's been a month. We had to move up to Marysville, so we're up here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already thought about it. I already got it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
The truth will set you free.
Now, do you put soap on your boobs when you take a shower? Or do you just let the water try to clean them off for you?
I put soap on my entire body. I don't know why you had to.
Do you have like a system taking a shower? Like you do something first and then something next? Like you don't like change the sequence at all?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think I have to like shampoo my hair first.
I do that too.
And then after I do
the shampoo, then do the body wash, and then rinse them both out at the same time.
And then if you try to wash your ass and then do your body, that's a no-go for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then usually once I'm done with all that, then I'll just sit there and soak and be warm in the water for like a minute or two. And
yeah, I never like taking a shower too, and then like hurrying up and opening up the curtain with all the cold air to get in it. So I kind of get my towel and then I hurry up and close the curtain and then I dry off in there. I'm like, this feels nice. Yeah, and then you do that towel thing where you stick it in between your legs and then you go like this, and then it dries under your nutsack.
Yeah. And
have you ever tried to be a towel rack with your boner?
I think any guy's tried that at some point. I don't think I ever did it with a towel though. I think I've just used like t-shirts and stuff. Put a towel over it.
Like, do you need a towel rack? Here I am. Wee wee. What do you think of Donald Trump getting impeached? Even though it doesn't mean anything.
I would have liked it more if it meant something.
Yeah, I know Nixon. Did Nixon resign or he was impeached?
Nixon was impeached and then resigned.
Oh, okay, so they didn't really. Is there an actual president that actually fully got impeached? Was it Bill Clinton or did he resign?
Clinton got
too?
impeached also, but no, he didn't even resign. The thing is, impeachment has nothing to do with removal from office. It's just one of the steps. And what it means is that they've been legally found guilty of some kind of crime.
Yeah, there's like 2 more steps you have to go through for them to kick them out.
Yeah. And then we'd have Pence. So it's not like we'd be getting something better.
That's true. Oh, man, this fucking America. I mean, we need somebody like Rosie O'Donnell, dude. She set the America straight.
You're disgusting.
Did you ever watch it? You don't like Rosie O'Donnell?
No.
Irish.
That's Louis Anderson.
How would Rosie O'Donnell go?
Give me your burrito. Yeah, pretty much how I sound right now is Rosie O'Donnell.
I remember I used to watch that fucking Rosie O'Donnell show with my mom because my mom used to like it.
And you keep telling me I came out of the closet.
Yeah, you did come out of the closet. And you know what? You're going to stay there.
I'm about to fall over, actually.
I know. Well, I gave Jesse some special candies earlier.
Those haven't even kicked in yet or anything. It's just I think whatever daytime medicine I took a little while ago is starting to wear off, and so it's just kind of This one's been kicking my ass, dude.
Maybe you got fucking Hep A. That shit's been going around. I read that you can just
Hep A.
Yeah, there's cases found in Snohomish, Marysville. It's you can get it from poop particles and shit. So if someone like touches shit that has it, they can spread it around. That's why they're like, hey, be careful. Make sure to wash your hands and don't touch anything you don't usually touch. Pretty crazy.
Which is all things that I follow, you know. I wash my hands.
You do?
Yeah.
Huh. Semen?
Yeah.
Huh. Have you ever gone through growing up? I remember my mom gave me like a scrapbook one year for like Christmas. I don't know, one of those like fucking filler gifts your parents always give you to make you seem like you got like 20 presents. You're fucking yawning over here. But anyways,
I'm doing my best.
I remember when I was a teenager and I started getting into that, like where you try to fit in and you listen to music. So it was like Limp Bizkit and Korn when all that shit came out like in 1999. Yeah. And I remember I vaguely remember I was in my room writing this big scrapbook, and I remember writing down like, you know, my parents just don't understand me. I'm always gonna be a fucking Korn kid and a Limp Bizkit brother. For some reason, I wrote that on there. Yes. And I just started thinking back. I'm like, fuck, dude. I wish I had that stuff to show. When I left my baby's mom, I had boxes and I never was able to get my shit back. So I have like my old concert tickets, like my first concert at Blink-182 back in 2000. I have that ticket stub, and I have the Rancid guitar pick and all the pictures and all the shit that I wrote, and it's all fucking gone. Pisses me off. It's like memories that are just vanished, like a never-ending story, you know. Takes a fucking
This story has
away.
certainly felt like one.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for a chance to jump in, and
okay, here you go. Coming. Sorry. Well, you said you wanted me to lead the show. I'm just having you as support.
I'm just giving you shit like you always do to me when I go off.
Yes, and your point.
My point is, that sucks.
Whatever.
Sorry to hear that. You lost that stuff.
I know.
I'm just going to be nice to you.
See
how you deal with that.
All right, fine. I'm going to try to not cuss and not talk about anything dirty.
I'll tell you this, though. Back in junior high, like, actually more middle school, like pre-junior high.
6th grade,
I grew up kind of going through a bit of a country music phase. Like
that's right. Like,
my favorite artist in the early days of like grade school was like Garth Brooks.
Yep. My achy breaking heart.
Used to love hearing that on the bus because the bus driver going to our school, she would listen to country every morning. And so,
well, you're from here originally, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Lakewood Elementary.
Makes sense. Okay.
And so I was into that, and I remember my friend Whitney and I getting into a debate that I would later very much regret about the musical merits between Garth Brooks versus Pennywise.
Pennywise the clown?
Punk band.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And for some, like, they were his favorite, and my favorite was a totally different kind, and we were trying to, like, we were both in bands, so we both had a little bit of musical vocabulary to try to use, and try to convince the other one, no, this guy's a better musician. No, these guys write better songs. No,
It's totally
and I was,
different genre.
Yeah, but I was defending the wrong side of that too.
Yeah, you were. Yes, you fucking were. Do you have any embarrassing growing up stories, man? Like
what?
Like I remember when I was fat in the locker room, kids would want me to like put my arms together just because when I was chubby, it looked like I had boobies. So when we were in change, they're like, "Hey Nick, go like this." I'm like, "Okay." Everybody like me. I'll do it. Laugh at me.
I can picture it. I do like you a little bit more now.
I remember I tried fitting in with the rollerbladers, which is embarrassing to say, and
nothing wrong with trying to fit in, dude.
it's not that. It's just what I know now. Rollerbladers are queers, but anyways, skateboarding's better. Trying to fit in, I didn't even have like the right rollerblades. You know, like the street blades where the cool kids would wear. I had like the I don't know, like store-bought brand where they look all shiny and like
I had those.
right?
Yeah.
So I was like excited because my mom was gonna let me rollerblade home from school in San Antonio, Texas, and I was gonna hang out with my friends and stuff. And I wasn't really that good. We're leaving fucking school, and it's all crowded. Everyone's trying to get to the buses, parents walking, and we start going downhill. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll try it. And I remember I was going downhill, and I was trying to use like the back brake, and I fucking like lost control and started twirling, and then I fell, and then I had a embarrassment shavement of look at the fat kid rollerblading, and he fell. Yeah, man, I've had some moments.
I've had moments too. I'm kind of drawing a blank on some of them right now. Like I used to rollerblade also, but most of the accidents I got in, there wasn't really anyone else around because no one else cared to rollerblade where I was at, you know.
Oh man, you were the solo rollerblader like fucking Jedi.
Yeah, and at my mom's house, she lived around this lake that if you went all the way around it, it would be almost exactly a mile.
Uh-huh.
I used to just do laps around that thing after school, like every day, like on my bicycle or on my rollerblades, and sometimes with a street hockey stick, dribbling the whole way. And
Yeah.
like I can't ice skate for shit, but if I could, I would probably be a pretty decent hockey player.
I always wanted to play hockey too. I was drawn to it, but you know, mom wouldn't let me do anything.
Yeah, same.
She was afraid I was gonna break my boner or something. You know,
Which you definitely were.
yeah.
All right, guys, I stuck it out as long as I could. I'm nearing the end of my energy on this one. I'm so sorry it's a short episode, but I'm taking care of myself. I'm going to get healthy. We're going to be back with an awesome season 3.
Well, you better tell him to fucking take care of himself because he's probably eating burritos still.
Nope, I haven't eaten anything in 2 days.
Maybe you should go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Have you got your anal glands checked?
Only amateurly.
All right, well, that's that. And my name is Punkass. And
I am Random Hero.
depressing, random
Not
hero.
depressed.
Depressing, sick, random hero.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Random henchman right now.
And don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will put some links down below. And thanks for all the likes already from the new people. California is the most hit likes for us.
And don't let this guy fool you. Please have a consensual day.
Homosexual day, everyone. Bye-bye.